Hello, 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 FNF fans, old and new. My name is MJ, and today we are ranking Mistful Crimson Morning, the reboot and V1, all together in one video. I love both of these mods. If you asked me like a year ago what I thought about this mod, I would have said, don't care for V1, and the reboot is pretty good. But now, I think V1 is really good, and I adore the reboot a lot. Like, I adore the reboot so much. It is so good. It gives me high hopes for the future of Mistful Crimson Morning. I'm so excited for Wave 2, by the way. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. Yeah, I guess that's really all I should say about this mod for now. The art for V1 is pretty impressive at times for the time it came out. The art of the reboot is fucking fantastic. V1 has a lot of charm to it. It has a lot of standout songs that I think aged greatly. The reboot feels like it's redefining FNF with one song after another. I can't wait to get to the reboot songs, but to be honest, they're very high up the list, so it's gonna be a while until we get to them. With that all being said, I think it's time to talk about the main star of the show for this video, the music. So how's that, you might ask? Well, it's pretty damn good. Why don't I show ya? But first, we gotta talk about that song. No, not Joe Mama. I'm not including Joe Mama. If Kelp doesn't have to put up with Joe Mama, I don't have to put up with Joe Mama. So we're gonna skip to the song. Somehow that's probably worse than that, actually.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh boy, it's Plagiarize, everybody's favorite MCM song. Aren't you excited? I'm excited, kill me! Anyway, yeah, Plagiarize is pretty fucking bad. You know, at first this was like one of the most overhated songs for me, in this mod at least. And I kinda liked it, actually. Ugh, disgusting, I know. But then I listened to it more and more and more for this ranking and realized how genuinely putrid it is. Sure, it isn't F-tier worthy, but it's still pretty damn bad. I mean, goddamn, this instrumental actually hurts to listen to for the first half. So repetitive, noisy, just feels so... Ugh, just does not feel nice to listen to. I hate it. I hate it. It feels like shredder on a chalkboard, cheese shredder on a chalkboard type of noise. You know what I mean, okay? Anyway, Coconut Fred sounds terrible. Dear God, what is this chromatic? It sounds so bad. Ugh. It sounds like nails on a chalkboard, which is probably worse. Ugh. I hate it. It sounds disgusting. It sounds so ear piercing. I hate it. The F sounds fine. It's probably the only good thing about this song, other than the second half instrumental, which uses bass game, some bass gang backing vocals, which every other FNF mod was doing at this point. Wow, so generic. Speaking of this song, generic, this is such a bland and boring song. Not only does it hurt to listen to at times, but it's also very uninteresting and has no cool melodies or anything. I mean, maybe BF has one once in a while, but that's really it. I wish I could just genuinely hate this song, but I can't. I just feel numb to it at this point. I've listened to it a lot of times for this ranking, so at this point I'm numb to its cold, aching abyss. So yeah, that's Plagiarize. It's pretty goddamn bad, and it sucks that it's 3 minutes. But hey, it could always be worse. Actually, no, it can't be worse. We're in last place. This is literally the bottom of the barrel for this mod. So, yeah, I guess it can't be worse. This is actual hell. Kill me. Can we please move on to something decent? Yes? Okay, thank God, the next song's a B tier only. Fuck, this song sucks. I love Dripword so much. This song is so stupid. I don't really have much to say about the song other than that its existence makes me happy. You know what's funny? This isn't the Joe Mama replacement, or even just new Joe Mama. No, Joe Mama and this song exist simultaneously. They both coincide with each other. These two forces cannot be reckoned with. Run while you still can. Anyway, yeah, this is a great meme song. Basically, what this song is, it's basically just some sort of weird rap remix of Humiliation V3, and it's really funny and kind of catchy at times, and I kind of fuck with it. I don't know, there's something about it that just makes me think, yeah, this is kind of good. The instrumental is as basic of a rap song as you can get without being fast bars, and it's kind of catchy, but also it kind of gives me a slight headache, so I had to knock some points off of that. The chromatics are, well, for BF, and it's mostly the same. For Squidward, I think it's slightly changed. Also, I like his drip. He looks drippy as shit. Oh, and yes, yeah, mostly everything here is the same as Humiliation, just a remix to be more rappy, I guess. The instrument section still fucking rocks and is still very catchy. Let's not talk about the sprite they used for Squidward there, okay? I also really like the way this ends like a fucking edit. I like it. This is such a dumb remix and idea in general. It's so stupid. I even like how the layout of it is like a fucking shorts video. That's gold, man. This song is fucking funny as hell. I love it.
Three, two, one, go!
Sangula Crime, I think I said that right, is a weird song to talk about. You could even say random. You could even say we're in a random land of some sort. Okay, I'll stop. Because there's a lot of good about this song. There's also a lot of mess stuff, so... Okay, let's start with the good, yeah. For starters, I love how weird, mesmerizing, and mystical this song is. It feels so hollow and mystical, and it's so weird, and I just really like it. Stuff like the piano just adds to that vibe, and I love the vibe of the song in general. It's super cool and weird and random, I guess, especially for Canon Red Mist Squidward. Squidward sounds really good here. He can hit some damn good high notes during the song, and I love it. The other chromatic, on the other hand, is the elephant in the room. Yep, that's right. It's everybody's favorite chromatic. Mistful Crimson Warning BF. Yay! Oh, wait. Actually, it's not really that bad. I'm gonna be the first one to say it. It's not horrible whatsoever. Sure, it is weird, it is iffy, it isn't used the best throughout the mod, but I like it, it's charming, and here, it kind of bounces off pretty well with the more depressed sounding Squidward chromatic, and BF's much more happy, high-pitched chromatic. So yeah, they bounce off of each other pretty well here, so honestly, I don't mind it. Yeah, he can sound iffy sometimes still, but about like a third of the time he sounds pretty damn good. But there is another problem with the song. And that being, it's 3 minutes long. It gets really, really repetitive at that 2-minute mark, or even the 1.5 mark, to be honest. It doesn't feel repetitive per se, just feels like it just feels like I've seen everything that the song could do at like the 2-minute mark, and I'm ready for it to end. But no, we still got a minute to go. So yeah, this song does really drag out, which is a bummer. And also, the ending is really abrupt, and it just kind of ends. It doesn't really feel like the ending is built up whatsoever. It doesn't slow down or anything, so that's kind of annoying. But overall, this is a pretty good song, I would say. I didn't mean for it to get so low down, but looking at it, yeah, it's no surprise that it did. It's still good. I'd listen to it again, I think. If I had to, at least. And at the end of the day, there's nothing inherently wrong with it other than the nitpicks and stuff. I just think it kind of gets boring at times and doesn't really grab my interest as much near the end. Still, an overall good song with a lot of problems, well, a few problems that are holding it back. But I will say this one was quite close to A tier, so there's that. Oh, and if you're wondering, yes, the next entry was also close to A tier. Both this and the next one do teeter-totter around A tier and B tier a lot. How's about we talk about that next song? Dead Hope. What's a song? This song is pretty simple in its design and its execution, and I'm okay with that. Sure, the song does have quite a few problems that are holding it back, same with, I'm not saying the song again, the song's name again, but you know the song I'm talking about, the one we just talked about, you know? But I still think it's a good listen all around. For starters, this instrumental, while pretty simple, like just like the song as a whole, I think it's really charming and nice. I just like the rock aesthetic that it's going for. It's very nice, it's very catchy, it goes really hard during the ending. It's probably the best part about the ending, but we'll get to that part later. SpongeBob and Patrick, they're here, and their chromatics are fine. I don't love the pixelation on them, both of their chromatics. Patrick is okay. SpongeBob, he's a bit much. You can definitely tell that pixelation is there. Patrick, you may not be able to tell, but Jesus, it's very pixely with SpongeBob. It's kind of bad at times, but it is kind of hard to hear SpongeBob sometimes, but I can get over it and look past it, because it does sound good at least half of the time. BF sounds actually good here. He just sounds great here. I like how he's used here. He has his normal chromatic instead of the MCM one, which is great, and he's used great here. The ending is where the problems come in. The fast-pacedness of this ending, well, I mean, yeah, the entire song is fast-paced, but this one it's extremely so, causes SpongeBob's chromatic to sound really iffy. Sometimes it sounds so high-pitched that it's downright bad, and sometimes it's very quiet and you can't hear it under Patrick's voice, because, yeah, they duet during this, and honestly, they don't sound the best together. I don't really like it that much. BF sounds great, though. And overall, I do really like the melodies and everything here. I especially like when the song slows down more during the first half of the song. That part I really like. And the ending isn't terrible. It's more okay. But yeah, at the end of the day, I still like the song. It has good melodies, it has okay chromatics, aside from BF, who sounds great. The instrumental fucking rocks, and I kinda love it. And yeah, I feel like the instrumental is the only thing that well, it's not the only thing, but it is kinda carrying this song, I will say. And I do teeter-totter between this being A tier or B tier, but for now, I think B tier does suit it best, because while its qualities are high, its lows are pretty iffy and pretty low. So, B tier for now. It's kind of the middle ground, except no, it's not, because C tier, but you know what I mean. Alright, moving on to the A tiers, actually. Yeah, this is going to be a very positive video. We're already to the A tiers. So, let's begin them with...
Three, two, one, go!
Alright, well, I know V2 of Satisfaction is the better version, even if I like it just a smidge more than the Satisfaction V1. Going back to Satisfaction V1, it is surprisingly good. It holds up insanely well for how old it is, especially compared to Satisfaction V2. A lot of the fast-paced melodies that I love in Satisfaction V2 are still here. It's super fast-paced, super catchy, all the melodies are very nice, the pop-offs are amazing, the chromatics are very well used. Yes, including the MCM BF chromatic. This is probably the best use they have for this chromatic. I don't know why, but this BF chromatic just fits the fast-pacedness that the song is going for, and it's excellent. Speaking of fast-pacedness, the opposite of that is SpongeBob's chromatic. It is deep, dreary, and it bounces off of BF well, while also somehow fitting the fast-pacedness. I don't know how, but it does. I love the little voice line pause, by the way. It's something about it tickles my brain in a way. And overall, Satisfaction is just such a catchy, nice song. The instrumental is also great. I don't really know how to describe it, but I think it reminds me of something from SpongeBob. Either that, or I also think I hear some, like, Big Shot reference in here from Deltarune. I think they just use a sound font from that, though. Anyway, yeah, here's time for the main problem. You know what? The reason why this song is so low. The ending is not that good. Yeah, I tried. I really tried to like the ending, but it's kind of just bad. There are, like, a few turns I like in the ending, but at the same time, a lot of them are just very boring or just don't sound good. Speaking of, yeah, BF does not fit here whatsoever. He just sounds bad here. It does work for SpongeBob's side, but honestly, it sounds kind of lackluster here. But I will say, I like the ending where BF kind of pops off. That's kind of catchy. I like it. And overall, I do like Satisfaction V1 still. It has a lot of problems, but at least they were all fixed in Satisfaction V2. Yeah, I like the song. Not much else left to say. So I guess we can move on.
Was that good for you?
Humiliation V1 has always been one of the weirdest songs to talk about when it comes to Mistful Crimson Warning. V1 that is, but still, or in general, honestly. The song is so weird, and yeah, I still find it really great at the end of the day. Why, you might ask? Well, why do you think we're here? I'm gonna explain why. For starters, the instrumental. This instrumental, the first half at least, feels so solemn. It feels like so hopeless. It gives off the vibes of a defeated nature, and I love it. Same goes with Squidward. He sounds defeated. You hear all the pain in his voice as he sings this harsh ballad of hopelessness and utter defeat. Yeah. BF, on the other hand, he doesn't sound bad, but he just doesn't really fit the song with this chromatic. It doesn't stop me from enjoying the song, to be honest, but it's a little weird. And he can't have these high-pitched moments that just don't sound the best. But it's not that big of a deal, so I really just brush it aside. No, the real problems with this song come with the transition to the second phase, which, oh boy, yeah, let's talk about it. Out of goddamn nowhere, the song decides that now it wants to be a rock song. It starts building up to something, only for the build-up to just end, and then all of a sudden the song is now rock. Hard rock. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this section. On one hand, it is very jarring, very weird, does not fit the tone at all. It is just straight up, it's not very good. On the other hand, no, I just lied, because I very much enjoy this section. It is kind of catchy. I really like all the melodies they use here. I love the fast-pacedness. BF sounds kind of good here, except for the high-pitched notes, which kind of make me mixed on it. And I also fucking love that final ending. That's probably my favorite part of the song. So I don't really know how to feel about this final section, because I like it a lot, but I also know that it's not fitting, it's super jarring for the song, and kind of ruins it. So at the end of the day, I just end up docking points and leaving it as an 8 here, because at the end of the day, I really do enjoy this song, but I can't ignore that this is a problem. So yeah, I guess that's where the song is left. Good, but not perfect, and kind of kills the vibe it's going for. Even at the end of the day, I still think it's great. But thankfully, they fixed it in the reboot. But we'll get to that much later. Oh, let me tell you. I've got things to say about Humiliation V3. But no spoilers. Let's just get to the next one, which is our first S tier. That's right, we're already to the S tiers. This is going to be a very positive one.
Three, two, one, go!
Yeah, surprisingly, I actually really like Dehydrated V1. Now, I don't think it's better than the reboot version, though I will say both of them are pretty close to each other, so there is that. But I still enjoy the song for what it is, and I really like what it's going for. Now, sorry, voice crack. I will say, I feel like some people are gonna say that this song doesn't really fit the situation that this is based on. But the more I listened to the song and the more I thought about it, it does actually fit if you think about it. It's like he's singing his lungs out desperately, as if he's in some sort of competition to get some water so that he'll live. So he belts out every lyric he can in such a fast-paced manner. It feels like he's on a ticking time before he dries up and dies. Which fits the situation really well, honestly. So yeah, there's that complaint out of the way. The instrumental is super fast-paced. It's very nice. I really like it. It is kind of basic, especially for an MCM song. But honestly, I still think it's really good. SpongeBob himself sounds really good. I love how his chromatic is used in this song. It's much better than fucking Dead Hope. Because at least in this song, it's not friggin' bit crushed to hell and back. BF also sounds really good here. He actually uses a normal chromatic here, and it sounds great. Also, I love when the voice lines are used. It's a perfect pause. It comes out of nowhere. It feels super abrupt, but it fits the moment perfectly. It's very nice. And then I love the part where he just starts screaming at the top of his lungs desperately. It sounds amazing. Just such a nice detail of the song. Overall, this song is very nice, at least to me. It does what it needs to do perfectly, feeling like a fast-paced, time-ticking, desperate song, and I like it. Very, very, very catchy. It's very nice. It has a lot of good melodies, and it surprisingly fits Dehydrated SpongeBob a lot. Overall, nothing else to say other than that it's pretty fucking amazing.
Three, two, one, go!
Krabby Patties are made out of crab!
Yeah, I know, cannibalism is a bit high, barely scratching out of the top 10, cannibalism sucks, I know, but I can't help but just love this song for what it is. Sure, it's not genuinely a masterpiece, incredible, almost perfect, but it's still such a fun time, and I can't help but just enjoy a lot of it. And no, I don't think this song is perfect, and yes, it did get weaker as the re-listens for this mod go on, but I still think it's really, really fucking good, and honestly kind of underrated. But I mean, I can see why people don't like it. Maybe they just don't like how the chromatics sound because they can be very high-pitched. Maybe they don't like the fast-pacedness that the song is going for, but me personally, I do. I really like the fast-pacedness that this song is going for a lot, because it just sounds like a genuine argument between two people. One side sounds so angry and pissed, that being SpongeBob, and Mr. Krabs sounds genuinely nervous and afraid, sounding like he's scrambling up anything he can say to convince people otherwise that he's not guilty of being a fucking cannibal. And it's really fucking cool, man. The instrumental is super fast-paced, kind of reminds me of Dehydrated, but if that fast-pacedness was amped up to 11. And it does also feel like an argumental song. Is that even a word? I don't know. You get what I'm getting at. Also, like all the voice lines that they're used throughout the song to transition to the song getting even more fast-paced each time, and I really like it. It's a good way to transition to make the song feel even more intense as it goes on. I love it. Some of the best parts of the song are when Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob duet, because the chromatics go super well together. Mr. Krabs is more deep and SpongeBob is more high-pitched, and you know me, I love a deep and high-pitched duo, and they sound great together. SpongeBob especially sounds super good here. He can get really high-pitched in the song, but honestly, I really like when he gets high-pitched. And the long notes in this song are excellent, man. I love them. The melodies here are super catchy, and there's a ton of them that are thrown at you, and it doesn't really feel like this song gets repetitive at all, since most of the song is comprised of different melodies. Not a lot is repeated here, and I love that. I do have a few issues with the song, though. One is that it goes on for a little bit too long, and does get a bit repetitive around the 2-minute mark, but I don't know. It doesn't bother me as much as it does with other songs that are this long, even though this is in fact the longest song in the mod, which surprises me that I don't get annoyed by it. Actually, no, I feel like it's repetitive around the 3-minute mark, but still. The fact that this song, I enjoy it this much despite it being the longest of the mod, and despite it not having that many changes other than melodies and more fast-pacedness, does surprise me, but I don't know. I just really like it. I don't know if I can really describe how I do. The ending bit is probably my favorite. Actually, no, there's one more problem I want to get out of the way. One of the transition phases during the beginning of the song is very, very meh. It feels like they're throwing a bunch of spam at you in order to try to lead up to the next phase. It doesn't really land for me. But other than that, yeah, this song is great. Especially the final little bit. SpongeBob does this little catchy bit that I can't get out of my head. It's genuinely just my favorite part of the song. It's super catchy, super nice. It's a fantastic way to bring this chaotic song to an end. Overall, I fucking love Cannibalism, man. It has so many fun melodies, it's super fast paced, it's catchy, it's nice. The chromatics are both used excellently. I don't know what to say, man. I love Cannibalism, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. Even though I do get why people dislike it, I don't see it the way others do, I guess. And honestly, it could have potential to get higher, but for now, I think it's good at the 12th spot. Or is it 13th? I can't remember. I think it's 12th. Yeah, it's 12th. But with that being said, it's time to move on to the next song, because I've been talking for this song's entire spam and then some. Jesus. Alright, next song.
Dehydrated the reboot version, while being pretty close to the original version, is still quite a substantial upgrade and it has a lot more to offer than the original. First of all, they shortened the length, which is great because that song could get repetitive. And they made the whole feeling of the song much more suited to the actual situation at hand. SpongeBob sounds so much more dried up, his voice is scratchy, he's screaming and belting every lyric so desperately, it fits amazingly. BF sounds very confused and concerned at times, especially during the final chase scene where he's getting chased desperately by SpongeBob. The instrumental sounds very desolate and empty at times and fits very well. It's also pretty catchy, which fits the somewhat funky beat that this has going for it. The melodies in this song are super catchy and very, very fun, and fit the whole tone perfectly. They're very fun to listen to and a very nice time. Oh, by the way, I haven't mentioned it, but the last 3 songs all have super cool 3D asset sprites that are just very incredible to look at and very impressive, especially the V1 sprites. Just wanted to point that out now. I will say the song does have a lot of repeating melodies, which does make it feel a bit repetitive at times, but honestly, since it's so short, it doesn't really feel that annoying to me, and honestly, I don't really notice it that much. Do I still wish this song had better melodies? Yes! I mean, well, not better melodies. I wish it had more creative melodies and not repeating a bunch. But still, I don't think it's too bad, and it doesn't take away from the song that much. At the end of the day, this version of Dehydrated reinvents the song to be much more fitting to the situation, and at the end of the day, a pretty good song.
Man, Dehydrated is just so good, dude. This is miles better than the original. It's not to say the original was bad, it's just the original didn't really have. The original was good, but it didn't really have anything like outstandingly spectacular to it. It was very simply just kind of good, and that was it, without anything much else to offer. However, here, ooh, this song is so good. Bob sounds stellar. I love what they did to his chromatic to make him sound more like rough and, well, actually dehydrated. It sounds awesome. It fits like a glove, and it works wonders with the melodies. They never make him like sound too like rough or scratchy, and it makes it like work really well. I like it a lot. The instrumental is also really well done. Something about the bongos and the guitar together just sounds so nice to listen to. I love it. It is an absolute vibe. The melodies as well are just really catchy all around. They sound so nice to listen to. I love it. BF as well sounds fairly solid. There's nothing like too much to his performance, but I still do quite like how he sounds. He sounds very solid. I like it quite a bit. The other problem with the song is that I just wish there was more to it. The song remains pretty stagnant throughout the entire duration. And I don't know, I feel like some more variation could help it out a lot, especially considering the song is like basically just 2 minutes long, which I wish it was longer. But that's just a fairly, just consistently really good song, and I really like it a lot.
Three, two, one, go!
God damn, this was such a hard song to rank. I almost had to put it in fucking SS tier limbo or something like that, because I could not decide whether this was the top of the pyramid when it comes to S tier or the bottom of SS tier. And honestly, I might change my mind tomorrow when I post this video. I might already have changed my mind while recording this. I don't know. It's so weird. This song is so weird for me. But I mean, there's a good reason why I'm in limbo with this song, because it's so good, yet, I don't know, something about it feels sometimes like it doesn't deserve SS. But right now, honestly, I think it does. It has some very catchy melodies. Squidward and Patrick just bounce off each other extremely well, especially when they do it. They sound so good together. Patrick sounds fantastic, and Squidward's high-pitchedness is actually really good here, and honestly fits, as you would have to be high-pitched to scream at the giant monster right in front of you for them to hear you, so yeah, that makes sense. This song sounds so dystopian and kind of hopeless, and this feels like a final battle type song, while also feeling dystopian at the same time. It's very cool. The instrumental feels very dystopian. There's this one instrument it uses that I don't know what it is, but it's very well used. It helps to give that feeling of dystopia. It also just sounds so good. It goes really hard during the ending, where both Patrick and Squidward just pop the hell off with a duet, and it sounds amazing. I also love the ending for the instrumental, where it feels so solemn and depressing. The melodies here are super catchy. Again, like I said, when Squidward and Patrick duet, it sounds fucking peak. They just sound so good together, singing at the same time. Some of the best parts of the song. All around, Tortured is a fucking good song. I love how it comes to such a depressing end right after such a hopeful final ballad. It fits the song well.
This song is just really good, and for now, I think it's a great way for us to enter SS tier. It's just amazing, man. Although, I will say, I just like the rest of the songs a little better. Alright, next song.
Three, two, one, go!
God damn, do I love Mist. Yes, I know it's high, but I have my reason for putting it so high, so let me explain. I love this opening, man. It feels so much like Humiliation, yet it feels so different at the same time. Yes, it feels depressing and solemn and slow like Humiliation, but unlike Humiliation, it feels more cathedric and it feels more menacing, like the vibe is off and not like Humiliation where it feels more depressing. It feels like something's wrong. And it shows when all of a sudden the song comes to a halt and Squidward starts using that shotgun in his hand to start shooting at BF, which then leads to the main issue with the song that everybody has. The shotgun noises, which are even in the OST upload. And how do I feel about them? I mean, they're not good, but don't really distract me from liking the song too much, honestly. I mean, sometimes I notice they're there, but most of the time I just ignore them. Do they do a good job of being backing vocals? Not really, but it doesn't really affect me that much, so I don't really know how to put it. I mean, I guess it is lower because of that, but not really that much. Okay, but let's move on from the shotgun. The chromatics are used really well here. This is one of my favorite songs that uses the MCMBF chromatic because it fits really well here. I actually really like how Squidward sounds. Maybe he could get a little too high-pitched sometimes, which is why this is just the second SS tier and not any higher. But other than that, he sounds fucking great. This instrumental is super good. It transitions perfectly from the solemn and mysterious and menacing tone of the beginning to the slightly rock heavy rest of the song. So overall, yeah, this song is a lot of fun for me. It's super catchy, has a ton of amazing melodies, has a lot of good tone shifts, and handles all those tones really well. Well, not a ton, mostly just two, but still, they handle those tones extremely well, and I think this is just a perfect middle ground for the week. In between Humiliation and Doomsday. It fits perfectly. It is a great gateway to, well, we'll get there soon enough. But yeah, like I said, this is a great song, and it is truly underrated in my eyes because it has some fantastic shit that goes overlooked with most MCM fans, which kind of upsets me. But as for me, I love the hell out of this song, and that ain't gonna change anytime soon. I fucking love you, Mist. Surge fucking rocks, man. There's so much to love here, which is why it's number 3 of V1, that is. It's number 8 overall if you count the reboot, but still, let's not worry about that right now, because dear God, I have a lot of things to say about this song. Oh boy, you better believe it. First of all, Plankton. My guy, you have one of the best chromatics in the entire mod. How did you do it, my guy? You're such a little guy, and you sound amazing. Oh my god. Yeah, I really like Plankton's chromatic. It's used extremely well here, and in every other version of Served, actually. It's just one of my favorite chromatics overall. I just don't know why. It just sounds so nice to the ear for me, and I love it. It's used amazing, and it sounds so good, and he has such catchy melodies. Gah! And he has that part, but we'll get to that later. BF sounds surprisingly good for using the MCM vocals, I'm not gonna lie. God damn, he sounds just so good here, and for some reason it strangely fits. Well, it does sound a little off. I honestly don't mind if it sounds a little off. It just fits, kinda. For the most part, it does fit. It sounds great. I don't know why. Maybe it's because there's really good melodies. Maybe it's because they made melodies to fit the chromatic. I don't know. Whatever they did it well. I fucking love it. The instrumental is super fast-paced and has this energy to it that feels kind of hopeless, but at the same time desperate. It fits the situation perfectly. But all of that changes once Plankton gets ran over and fucking screams in pain as everything switches from intense and hopeless to whole fucking rock, hard rock. Oh my god, it's so amazing. Some of the best melodies are here. The fast-pacedness gets amped up to 11, and Plankton just sounds so desperate, like he's belting out every single word, melody in this goddamn section. And then, all of a sudden, he gets his own solo section that goes so hard, it makes me want to ascend to another plane of existence. And then BF starts singing, and he sounds amazing too, and dear God, and then the instrumental goes so hard here, and then the finale with the fucking trumpet sounds so fucking good, and then the little final section where everything feels so hopeless and he's barely holding on, Plankton, and he sings so slowly at the end, unlike the rest of the song. It's perfect. Why did this song get an extension again? It really doesn't need it. That being said, if I don't really listen to this song as much as I probably would if V3 didn't exist, and I adore V3, and I feel like that's the definitive version of the song, at least for now. So yeah, I don't really listen to this version much, honestly. That doesn't stop me from liking it, of course. I adore this song, and it is close to M tier, I will say that. But when there's another version of the song that I would rather listen to, I don't really know what to say about this song. I mean, because the few flaws that I do have, mostly BF's vocals, are fixed in that version, so I'd rather just listen to V3. But still, this song is a lot of fun. It's intense, has some catchy as hell melodies, has that ascend-worthy moment, has a goddamn good instrumental, is one of the best showcases of MCMBF, and it's just overall a fantastic fucking time. I love Served V1. And also Served V2 is kind of worse, honestly. I don't like the extension that much, so yeah. Honestly, this is my second favorite version of Served, so take of that as you will. Yeah, Served is fucking awesome. What else to say?
The common agreement that I see for this song is that it's okay, but nothing special, from at least what I've seen, and well, I think that's a damn shame, because, well, technically I do have it in the bottom 3 of the reboot. I mean, you've seen how high I put it compared to a genuinely good, well holding up MCM songs from V1. So, I mean, I think that says something. I fucking love this song, man. It is very, very charming, to be honest. It's kind of nostalgic to listen to. I feel like I remember watching this video when I was young. I had a thing for these parody, creepy-ass, weird, 3D model videos. And I think this is one of the ones I watched. Back on point, back on track, I mean. The instrumental here is very chill and calming. It pops the fuck off with this very catchy melody during the end section where everyone just pops the fuck off and it sounds great. Speaking of the melodies, they are very catchy here. They are very nice, they're chill and random, and I love them, and they sound so good. SpongeBob sounds kind of adorable, to be honest. I love their voice. They just sound so little. I love them, even though they take bones out of people and put them on pizza. But that's besides the point. Look at him. And yeah, he sounds great. I love him. He sounds very nice. BF also sounds fucking amazing here. What the fuck? He's like one of my favorite parts of the song. Yeah. I don't know why, but he just sounds so fucking good here. That's impressive, especially for MCM, since, you know, they're not very good with BF most of the time. But here, in the reboot, they actually fixed BF, so there's that. Although I hope they do bring back the MCM chromatic in some way or form. Maybe just update it to be a little less MCM boyfriend, if you know what I mean. What else can we talk about? Well, not really much. Yeah, one of the main problems with the song I see people have is, well, I don't think it's a problem that people have, but maybe it's just me. I think this song is really short. Yeah, no, I don't think it is. It just is. It's like only 2 minutes and a few seconds, and it feels shorter than that, to be honest. That's because it counts the cutscenes too, so really this is only like, what, one and almost another minute. So yeah, it's weird. It's like barely 2 minutes, to be honest, and it's sad because there's a lot of potential for this song. Honestly, if it was any longer, like maybe 30 seconds longer, I would probably have this in M tier, or even higher than the next song, which is insane to think about, but yeah. The length of the song is really the only thing holding it back from being M tier, to be honest, because I love the melodies, I love the chromatics, and I love the instrumental. This song's fucking amazing and underrated. Seriously. This community needs to talk about delivering more. It's fucking great. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself, because at this point the song is going to loop a third time, and I don't want that, so let's get to the next song. No, boys, it's a big one.
Doomsday is nothing short of an imperfect mess of a song. And that right there is exactly why I adore it. This song pushed the boundaries of what an FNF song could do. Even if it didn't fully succeed in that mission, it had such an impact and has so many good qualities that it basically outdid everything wrong with the song. Even if this song has problems, the qualities of this song are so fucking good that it basically feels like they aren't there most of the time, the negatives that is. And I just adore this song for everything it does right. Sure, BF doesn't sound the best here. Sure, Squidward is way too high-pitched at times. Yeah, I agree with those statements. But god damn it, god damn, these melodies are so good, I just don't give a fuck! This instrumental is one of the best instrumentals to come out of FNF even all these years later. It is still fucking incredible. And is everything good about FNF combined into one beautiful instrumental. It's so good. It feels like Doomsday. It feels like everything is crumbling around you. You're trying your best to keep it together, but at the end of the day you can't, and you just start going down with the world. It's so good. Squidward, while not sounding amazing, sounds also really good at the same time, because despite how high-pitched he is, sometimes that honestly adds to the song, because sometimes he goes so high-pitched he sounds like a goddamn alarm you would hear during a tornado warning, and that only adds to the factor of Doomsday and the world crumbling around you. So at the end of the day, it adds to how the good of the song. Yeah. So at the end of the day, the high-pitched thing is kind of a good thing at times. And while BF doesn't sound the best, sometimes he can sound really good with the melodies, honestly. He doesn't really fit the song, but he's used as well as he could be in this situation. God, I just can't help but adore this song, man. I love the part where it flashes back to the night where Squidward was humiliated, how desperate he sounded, how just genuinely heartbroken he sounded, only to flash back, and now the world is even worse for wear. The world's crumbling down around him, and he can do nothing but belt out his pain. It feels so heartbreaking. He sounds so desperate and hopeless. And then there's this instrumental bit where it's just him alone as the world crumbles around him. And what does he do? He screams out all the pain he has left. There's barely anything left of the world. And he counts down to his final moment as he builds up with BF to this climactic finale where he belts out one final melody and then shotguns himself in the goddamn head, ending the song with one of the best finales to any FNF mod ever. Well, technically it's not a finale, but you know what I mean. God damn it. And the only reason it isn't M tier is because I'm actively holding back from it being up there. Sure, this song isn't a perfect mess. Sure, it has a lot of things wrong with it. Sure, it could have been a lot better. But god damn it, I do not care, because this song has amazing melodies and an amazing instrumental. Sure, the chromatics aren't perfect, but they're used well enough. And this, god damn it, I just can't help but love this song. I know this goes against all of my rules. I know that this goes against me being an FNF critic. But god damn it, I just couldn't help myself to break the rules one more time. This is my guilty pleasure song. And I don't think I'll ever hate this song, man. Sure, it does have bad things about it, but those good things outweigh the bad tenfold. This song is just incredible. It is a imperfect mess in the best way possible, and I love it. And here we are, the pinnacle when it comes to MCM V1. And I'll be honest, it was a close toss-up. Before Dumped became an M tier, it was always very close between Doomsday and Dumped. But once Dumped did become an M tier, it was easily the top spot of V1, and for good fucking reason. This song does everything right. It is everything you love about MCM V1 combined into one perfect package, and that I love too. It's just great. It has the great instrumentals like Doomsday. It has the great vocals like tons of songs. It has normal BF like Dead Hope and stuff, and has, well, some of the best art in the entire mod, so there's also that. It has very catchy melodies that are repeated a lot but never get repetitive because of how catchy they are, like Dehydrated, V4. Wait, no, that's a Reboot song. Never mind, I don't know what point I'm trying to make. The point is that Dumped is incredible, alright? You know what I mean, but anyway. Let's start out. The instrumental is very intense and very catchy. I love how it builds up throughout the song to get more and more intense before becoming full-on rock, and then there is where it sounds the best. This song is at its best when it is going full rock, and I love it when it does. The melodies here, like I said, are repeated a lot, but never get old because of how catchy they are. They're super nice to listen to and just fucking earworms, man. I love them. SpongeBob is so weird in this song, and I love it. Most of the time he sings very slowly and very minimally, which fits for a guy with no mouth. But other times he pops the fuck off and is singing super fast, which fits his angry tone. BF sounds wonderful here and bounces off of SpongeBob's more deep vocals. Say it with me, perfectly. Yep, that deep and high note bouncing off of each other once again. Even that came back for the best of V1. Wouldn't you know it? God dang it. But easily the best part of the song is where you think it's coming to a screechy halt, but one more time so it winds back up and delivers an amazing retread of the main melody, and it sounds amazing. Only for it to say, nope, I'm not done yet, and then redoes it one more time, but in the best way possible because it sounds even better. And then BF pulls out a guitar and starts doing an amazing guitar solo that's so good that it feels just as good as the guitar solo from goddamn Bone Stravaganza. God damn, this is one of the best aged things in this entire mod, and it sounds so fucking good. Oh my god. Whew. Yeah, I really like Dumped. It has everything I love about MCM V1 and MCM as a whole in one amazing package. What else is there to say? This song is fucking good. It has solemn parts and dystopian and feeling parts. It has rock heavy, amazing parts. It has amazing catchy melodies. It has amazing chromatics. It has a fucking guitar solo that is on par with the Bone Stravaganza one. Come on! Yeah, it's peak. What else is there to say? Let's move on to the top 4, which are all from the reboot, so you know these are about to be good. Starting with song that needs some fucking justice. I think we all know by now that I am far from the first person to rank this mod. No, in fact, there's been about 4 from what I can tell. Maybe 5, but honestly, I don't know. There was Kel. Actually, no, it started with Neo Studios, who, in his reboot ranking, had Surrogate pretty low for some pretty... well, they were reasons, alright. Then, there was Shell Shockers. I'm pretty sure they had Surrogate low. That sucks. I never watched that video, but I probably should since he's my friend, so... thanks for reminding me. I'll do that. Then, there was Kelps. He had Surrogate in C tier, and I'm starting to notice a trend. And then Rosa had it smack dab in the middle. Did it at least get S tier? No, it got A tier, and Propaganda was still higher than it. And yeah, noticing a trend? Very much a lack of Surrogate praise. Well, I mean, I guess Rosa did praise the song, but I mean like S tier praise. This song has not gotten that, and that's because most people say that this is not exactly a song and that it's more of an experience, which is bullshit. It is not just an experience. It is a genuinely good song. In fact, it's an incredible masterpiece of a song. Yes, it is a genuine masterpiece of experience, but that's not all that this song is, because it is a fucking song. That's what it was made to be. It is not just a fucking experience, goddammit. Rant aside, let's get into the actual song, because oh boy do I have some things to say about this song. The beginning is genuinely eerie as hell. As most people have pointed out, the atmosphere for this song is genuinely perfect. Everything feels so eerie and soulless at times, before the tone change at least. Impostward's vocals are very slow at first. There's not a lot going on with him. He's steady, almost like a predator waiting to pounce on its prey, and Squidward sounds so confused at first, while being a little scared too. And both their vocals and melodies are very subtle, and they don't really sing a lot. There's a lot of pauses and starts. But then Impostward actually enters the building, and that's where stuff starts getting actually intense, which is very, very cool. I like the build-up throughout this song. Each phase feels more intense than the last. Impostward is now much, much more fast-paced. Sure, he's not completely, oh my god, this is going 10 miles an hour fast-paced, but he's still fast-paced. And Squidward is starting to become genuinely scared. But then, the tone shift happens. All of a sudden, the song is flipped on its head, and it becomes it goes from a subtle, creepy, eerie song to what can only be described as a nightmarish acid trip. Because, yep, that's exactly what it is. I will say before we get into the rest of the phase, I have one problem with the song only, and that is the tonal phase. It is not the best. I mean, it's more okay. I do like what it's going for, and honestly, Impostward grew on me a lot during this section. But, god, this Squidward screaming vocals are a bit much for me, but thank god this moment doesn't last long. Because if it did, it would be sort of a problem, but it doesn't, so... Anyway, the rest of the phase. Oh my god, the rest of the phase. Impostward's chromatic is so scratchy now. He's moving so fast, and it becomes so much more terrifying. It feels like every time he sings, an earthquake is happening, and I love it. The instrumental is becoming a lot more fast-paced, anxious, and anxiety-inducing, and I love it. It's very, very just eerie as hell, man. Squidward sounds fantastic. He sounds genuinely terrifying. And one of my favorite parts is where he genuinely has some of the best long notes in FNF history. God damn, these are some good long notes. It feels like he's saying his last goodbyes to this world, and it's amazing. He sounds so fucking scared, and I love it. This is such a good convey of emotions in an FNF song. And then the final phase feels heart-pounding. Everything feels like it's the end for you.
The instrumental feels genuinely so not eerie, just intense. Nothing but intense. It feels like your heart is about to pound out of your chest, and I love it. Impost Word turns into this thing and is genuinely earthquake sounding, like I said before, but even more. It sounds like he'll bite your fucking face off if you even move an inch, and I love it. Oh my god. Am I not saying I love it enough? Well, I am, probably, but I don't care. It's fucking Surrogate, and I love it. Squidward just sounds so fucking scared and terrified, and like I said, he has all the qualities from the rest of the song. And then there's the ending. There's no build-up. There's no there's no smooth transition. Squidward just blinks, and it's over. And honestly, that adds to my enjoyment of the song tenfold, because god damn it, does that not fit of the feeling of a genuine acid trip. Because just as soon as the thing that haunted you came, it was gone at the snap of a finger. So yeah, that's Surrogate. Can you see why I'm a bit upset that it doesn't have a lot of praise in the Lincoln community? You do? Good. Because this song is a masterpiece. And sure, maybe it has one problem that you might say should make it an SS tier, but god damn it, this song deserves M tier. These qualities genuinely outweigh the bad tenfold. The one bad, by the way. And it's not even bad. It's more just okay. It's more just a little annoying. So, yeah, please don't say that in the comments. Yeah, I love Surrogate. It's genuinely a masterpiece. It needs more praise in this community, and I hope I was able to do it justice, because if not, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, we still have 3 more songs, you might be saying. Wait, why are there 3 more songs if you love this song so much? Well, I mean, I just love those other songs more. No, I don't. Yeah, that's really it. So let's move on to those, shall we? I adore Paradise. This is one of the most adrenaline-filled, energetic, catchy songs that I've ever listened to in F&F history, and I adore every second of it. The chromatics are insanely good. Coconut Fred actually sounds good. Yo! Peak! BF sounds great, man. And they both bounce off of each other extremely well, even though they're both high-pitched. They sound great together and don't blend into each other, and they have amazing duets later on. The instrumental is one of the best in MCM history. I love it so much. It has these backing vocals that are catchy as hell and scratch a part of my brain so hard. It's just a super insanely catchy, energetic instrumental that gets me hyped as fuck, especially during the guitar section. Oh, and yeah, right, there's a guitar section. Yeah, we're doing another one of these again so soon. And it's amazing. Just as good as the dumped one, if not better. And BF pops off very well here too, and for some reason the guitar and BF's chromatic just sound good together. I don't know what it is with BF chromatic and instruments, but they go well together, I guess. And then after this amazing pop-off, we get the Coconut Fred logo, and then we get another pop-off of the main melodies, and it's so good! God, I love this song so much, it's so catchy! The melodies are insanely catchy, man!
So yeah, I love Paradise. It's a catchy, fun extravaganza of a time. Every second of it just makes me want to get up and dance and fucking explode or something. It's just so much fun, man. That's all I got left to say. It's a fun fucking time. Humiliation V3 is genuinely one of the most beautiful, awe-inspiring songs to ever come out of FNF. Cause, god damn, it does so many, and I mean so many things right, and I have no problems with the song. It is genuinely just such a masterpiece, and I love every second of it. The instrumental is nothing short of beautiful. It's majestic. It's magical. So many instruments and little details to help give that feeling of hopelessness. It has such a chill vibe, but at the same time it feels sort of empty at times, at least up until the ending. Who helps with that the most, you might ask? Well, Squidward. Squidward sounds genuinely depressed here, a lot more than he did in Humiliation. He expresses so much emotion through just one chromatic, and it's amazing. His melodies sound so hopeless, and everything he sings, he sounds so defeated and like he wants to give up. Meanwhile, BF sounds genuinely happy and very good-spirited, and it's very nice. It's a very nice dynamic between a genuinely hopeless person who's super depressed and a happy-go-lucky person who has no care in the world. That's very sweet. There are incredible melodies in here that are just super catchy and lovely and very nice to listen to. But that isn't more true than when Squidward pulls out his clarinet and starts singing. It's genuinely beautiful. The clarinet just sounds so good. Oh my god. And then BF pulls out a harmonica and starts duetting with Squidward, and it's so good. I forgot that these two have different names in this mod, but like, sorry, I forgot. Forgive me, I guess. Anyway. Yeah, this part just sounds genuinely beautiful. The instrumental helps that, and then the pop-off happens, and oh my god, I think my brain just crashed. This is so majestic sounding. It's so perfect, and I love how the clarinet bounces off of BF's chromatic super well. They actually sound super good together, probably because they're both very high-pitched. And then it all comes to such a satisfying end with that final long note. It's so beautiful, man. This song is just, well, said it 1,000 times already, beautiful. There's so many good melodies in here. The instrumental is amazing. The chromatics are used perfectly. This song is such a perfect opener and is exactly what we need to get extremely hyped for the future of MCN. But I always did prefer the more fast-paced songs. I think you know what's next if you've been paying attention. So let's get to it, shall we? I know this is gonna make a few people happy.
consider myself a patriot, but I'm not comfortable doing it.
God damn, do I love propaganda. Like, absurdly so. It has been stuck in my head for as long as I can remember, since the reboot even came out, and I have adored it ever since. This song is so fucking good for so many reasons, and was always my easy first pick for this mod, even if it was kinda close with Humiliation. Propaganda still always prevailed. And that's just, I have so much fun with this song. It's so fun to listen to. It gets me excited for some reason. It gives that excited, pumped up feeling that just makes me feel so exhilarated. I love it. The instrumental is very good and matches that presidential, more intense feeling that the song is going for, and it's great. It sounds very catchy at times, especially during the pop-offs. It's great. And don't even get me started on the chromatics, because they are some of the best used in MCM history. Ronald Reagan's, yes, that is a sentence that exists now, great. Ronald Reagan's chromatics, more deep raggliness, bounces off of SpongeBob's more high-pitched, afraid sounding chromatic perfectly. And then the Powerpuff Girls show up, specifically Blossom, that's a sentence I just said, and they pop the fuck off. Blossom has a weird squeakish chromatic, but honestly I kinda love it. I know it's weird and it kinda sounds off, but honestly I can't help but really like it. Especially when she's doing it, duetting with SpongeBob. It sounds so good. Those chromatics just sound so good together with their high pitchedness. And the pop-offs in this song are great. Every chromatic feels great, especially Blossom might be my favorite chromatic in the entire song, I'm not gonna lie. The instrumental goes super hard. The melodies are really catchy in this song and feel just perfect for the situation and the whole vibe of the song. I love it. And then the final pop-off, the main melody, this ending section is just so amazing. Also, I love Buttercup getting pecked by the eagle. That's funny as hell. The art in this song, by the way, is amazing, because I checked the original clip. Yeah, no, they don't use a single clip from the actual show. Everything here is original and animated by the team, which is insanely impressive, especially with how good the animation in this song is. That's great. The final comics section is super cool, and I love the whole Super Friends type thing they're going for. Also, the music-wise, it's really great, and Blossom just pops the fuck off. Oh, and also, speaking of, during the final little section of them getting beat up, you can actually see Blossom still singing, having sprites. That's really cool detail. Then I love this detail of Ronald Reagan realized they just beat up a bunch of little girls and singing the main melody, but more depressed now. He even says balls. You can't convince me he doesn't say balls during the section. I hear it. I maybe it's just my dirty-minded self, but I hear it, damn it. Yeah, I really like Propaganda. It's super fun and gives me so much joy every time I listen to it. It's such a catchy earworm, has incredible melodies, incredible chromatics, amazing instrumental that's super catchy. Just all around it, 10 out of 10, no, 11 out of 10 song, and a great way to end this big-ass journey of MCM. God damn, I just love it.
I'll take Buttercup, she's the picky one.
folks. Good work.
And with that, our journey has officially come to an end. I hope you enjoyed. Here's the tier list, because I want to wrap this up quickly. Insanely positive overall. I had a great time with MCM. These two mods are insanely good still. One is one of the most classic horror mods that brought so much to the FNF table and defined a lot of horror mods even today. And the other is a perfect reboot that gives me so much hope for the future of this mod. For the reboot, it's a 10 out of 10, and for the original, it's a 9 out of 10. Both insanely good. I highly recommend checking them out if you haven't. But with that, that's all I gotta say. Check my Discord server if you want to vote for the next video. It's in the link in the description or in a community post that I will use to promote this after the video goes up. And with that, I'll see you next time. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because this one took a lot longer than usual. Which I apologize for. But, see you on the flip side. Bye!